In a fall arrest system, the anchor is the attachment point of the system. There are many different types of anchors designed for different uses. This video presents anchors for fall arrest systems only. Anchors can be permanent or temporary. There are also disposable models designed for single use. Regardless of the model or manufacturer, two key characteristics must be considered: braking strength and location, to ensure that the anchor is safe. Braking strength is the ability of the anchor to withstand the forces experienced during a fall. The location of the anchor is its positioning. It must be placed in a way that minimizes the risk of injury during a fall. A point anchor system is composed of three elements: the anchor, the attachment mode, and the hose structure. The attachment mode varies depending on whether the anchor is permanent or temporary, the nature of the hose structure, such as wood or masonry for example, and when it is installed, meaning during or after the construction of the building. To ensure the strength of the system, always refer to the manufacturer's manual to know the proper installation and the required attachments. The hose structure must be capable of supporting the additional effort brought by the anchor system. That's why it should never be placed between two roof trusses. It must be on a roof truss. A continuous anchor system is composed of four elements. In addition to the anchor, the attachment mode, and the hose structure, there is a flexible horizontal lifeline. Anchors must be designed and installed in accordance with current standards and must meet the criteria of a specific CSA standard. A point anchor system must offer a braking strength of at least 18 kilonewtons. It can be used by only one person at a time. It's possible to use a custom-made anchor system or one certified to another standard. Before its first use, it must be inspected and tested by an engineer to verify that the design and installation are compliant. There are several models of prefabricated anchors. Regardless of the model, a prefabricated anchor must always be installed according to the manufacturer's instructions. Always use the attachment devices required by the manufacturer. Respect the specified length, size, format, and quantity, for example. You also need to follow the required pattern for either nails or screws. The anchor must be positioned to minimize free fall. The anchor point should, when possible, be placed above the shoulders to limit the free fall distance. To minimize the pendulum effect, avoid moving away from the anchor. The further you go horizontally from the anchor point, the greater the pendulum effect. The angle created by the offset must not exceed 22 degrees. That's why anchors on a roof should not be spaced horizontally more than 3 meters apart. When working near a building, the anchor must be placed to avoid contact with the structure or equipment in case of a fall. Make sure to always plan the necessary fall clearance so that you don't come into contact with the ground during a fall. Point anchors should be located directly above you. With the anchor above you, you reduce the free fall distance. And by working directly under the anchor, you minimize the pendulum effect. Don't forget that if you install a prefabricated model, always follow the instructions and requirements of the manufacturer's manual. And if you use a custom-made anchor system or one certified to another standard, it must be inspected and tested by an engineer before its first use. If you have any questions or need assistance, APCHQ advisors are here to help.